guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Aries for May 2020. So keep in mind it is a general reading. Take what you feel resonates for you on a soul level and disregard the rest, my friends. Go about your day. Know that no matter what messages come through spirit, through the cards today, it's still up to you and how you integrate this reading, the chances you take, the steps you take to get whatever fulfillment in this world it is that you'd like to see. And for me, that is personal freedom and personal power. When we actively participate and use our active free will in our life. So I'm going to take a moment and ask Spirit to jump in to join us, to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself this reading, and any of you who would ask for it, to use me as the clearest channel and to deliver only messages for the highest good of those of us watching. For all my subscribers, thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for being here. It means the world that you are. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. At the end, if you feel like this has resonated, please feel free and subscribe. Join the journey with me. Let me encounter your energy more often. It would be wonderful to have you along this journey. So I'm going to pull a message first from the Dragon Oracle cards and just see what Spirit has as an overall energy for us. Wow! Ooh, and we get one that went to the ground. Let's see what this is. Air Dragon. So guys, this could be really important to allow the universe to help you soar. Here's what I'm hearing. Help you fly. Helps you rise above earthly matters. Communicate honestly. Brings inspiration and hope. See life from a higher perspective. Helping you fly, again, to see things not stuck in this earth mode, but to see them from a higher perspective, as well as to help you communicate. One of the things as well, you may want to wear blue. You may also want to work on opening the throat chakra if you feel like there's been places where it's been blocked. So let's see if there's another message from this oracle, please. You get the gold and silver violet flame dragon. And it says it transmutes the old around you with wisdom and grace. It's time for transmutation, magic, and healing. Offer service under grace as well. And grace is one of my most favorite concepts because it allows us to move on in our life rather than holding ourselves down because we may feel upset by past actions, past motivations, other people. When we give grace, we allow forgiveness and also allow ourselves to truly admit that we're only human. Other people are only human. We all make mistakes. And you know what? Sometimes we have negativity that comes into our life, but it's how we use that. And the transmutation process is beautiful. Gold and silver violet flame with this beautiful butterfly, allowing transformation and to see things from a higher perspective with the air dragon as well. They want me to show you the bottom of this as well, which is the gold and green dragon from Sirius. Brings universal knowledge to your spiritual pathway. Learn about spiritual technology. Be a transmitter of sacred knowledge. And if you see, this dragon is in the cosmos. He's in the galactic energy. Being able to bring energy and information down and then find a way to express it on this earthly plane. So some of you as well may be divine transmitters, may be divine conduits. You may be receiving downloaded information that you may want to write it down, but allow this energy to really work and help transform you. And again, being a transmitter, what that means is we still have to find a way to transmute it, to find, here's the information, how do I take this energetic transfer and make it so that other people and myself can understand it. So coming from a higher perspective, I feel like this air dragon is super important right now. With the birds as well, you may be getting signs and synchronicities from the universe in the form of birds and songs as well. So the golden solar dragon at the bottom here too helps you stand in your masculine power and wisdom. Let your DNA be reprogrammed and light codes activated. Become an inspired leader. And that as well as some of this. And with the transmutation, that as we get these downloads, they're also changing the genetic makeup. So allow your light codes and allow the genetic codes that are within you at this time to really open up. I'm going to bring a message now from the Past Life Oracle. I do apologize, guys, for any of the background noise if you hear my kids. we're all at home, and oh, Egypt fell out straight. So some of you, I'm pulling the past life as well, because over this past Scorpio full moon, I personally have felt a lot of heaviness, and I think that this is probably a collective energy. What are we allowing to be released from us? What is it that the shadow work, right? What is some of the karma that we are releasing to help open up space for a new world? And that is this air dragon again asking you to come from a higher perspective, and all of these other ones saying, you know what, you are a divine being, you are receiving coded information, allow it to transform you. Some of you with this Egypt, you may have had past lives in Egypt. You may now feel like you have a strong affinity to Egyptian philosophy, to as well as the pyramids. And there is information as well. If we look at some of the ties between the Egyptian ways of beliefs about God, and if we look at, Christian views, if we look at, Muslim views, if we looked at whatever views around this earth that we want to kind of incorporate into our spiritual practice, everything has something a little bit different to add. And I feel like with this, what's important with the Egypt is these pyramids are important because there are focused power and intention. Some of you as well, there are beliefs, and I read a lot of Dolores Cannon, and some of what she has found in her past regression research is that they believed at times that these could have actually been landing pads for like spacecraft or UFO kind of thing. And if we consider that there's so much in this world we don't know about, there's so much in this world that can't be explained, and as well these downloads and information, where are they coming from? Our star systems. And I feel like Spirit's asking you to keep an open mind. Keep an open mind. If you're experiencing downloads, if you feel like you are being drawn, even maybe to watch movies about Egypt, that might be something to help you. I'm hearing like the Prince of Egypt as well. I'm not sure if that's a children's movie, but let's see what else. You could also be experiencing karma now that is tied to a past life there. Some of you, as well as what I heard, is you could have been kind of royalty in that time period. And we also have knighthood here, which is feeling kind of, I heard like a responsibility for other people, feeling like we need to shield them from, hurts, and shield people from maybe disruptions within power as well. Many of you, this knighthood as well, have imprisonment or slavery. Some of you as well may have had to suffer consequences for, for protecting people that you loved, for protecting people at large, for standing up to the powers that be. And if in this time, you feel like you have been wearing a suit of armor as well, one of the things I'm hearing is it could be because of a past situation where you've been imprisoned. If this is within this time period, not necessarily past lives and some ancient lives ago, but even past situations where you've experienced imprisonment, there's slavery here as well. Egypt was known for slavery. A lot of the theories about how the pyramids were built were by slaves, right? So if you have experience within, feeling like you don't have a choice, being forced to work, being confined against your will, there may be as well in this lifetime a really strong pull to defend those that you feel need defending. So one more card, please, Spirit. Oh. And I was asking for explanation on knighthood. For some of you, this is you wanting to be a knight in shining armor, and it's going to affect your love life. So what I heard as well is some of you may attract relationships from people that feel like they need to be saved, or they're looking for you to save them. And this as well could be that, feeling imprisoned within a relationship. It could be that, something from the past, Egypt or otherwise, for your love life has this could cause even troubles for your love life. Transportation is at the bottom as well. Being able, I heard active transformation because it's active movement. Just a minute, guys. Okay, I'm back. So for some of you as well, you may feel like a lot of the karma and a lot of the lessons that we have to learn now to be able to incorporate all of this stuff that we're working on is going to take place within romantic partnership, because it's our most intimate partnerships where we learn from, right? The I heard the graces, right? The triumphs, the hardships, the heartbreaks, the places where love wells up in us. This is where we learn. So as well, for some of you, I heard, don't let your love life imprison you. Don't allow yourself to feel like, you're trapped, and take a little bit of time for you. If you have been a knight in shining armor for so many other people, also take that time to help yourself transform. Being as it, I feel like you are a very strong light worker here, though. You bring light to the people around you, and you bring healing to the people around you, even if it's not necessarily intentional. And Spirit having so much from the higher realms here with this air dragon, and this idea of being a transmitter of knowledge. This is something where I lost my train of thought. Sorry, guys. This is okay. So this is something where some of your partners, you could be experiencing a really truly cosmic kind of love as well. So I'm going to bring a message from the Lion Strider Tarot, and we'll find out a little bit more, please, Spirit. What would you have anyone watching know? So this is for the sign of Aries. We've got the Nine of Swords, which I believe this is the third reading that I have done for May, and I believe this card has come out for all three, and I have thoroughly shuffled. I think this is energetic, kind of at large right now. Could even be kind of pandemic stuff too. Everybody kind of worried. There's this idea of living in fear, uncertainty, not really sure what lies ahead for us in terms of timelines as well. But this is also, like, if you see under him, the foundation is cracked. There's a lack of stability. Let's find out a little bit more here. Tell me about this Nine of Swords, please. You have the Devil, and I'm not reading reversals, but it came out in reverse. And why I feel this is important, this could be an earth sign, so this could be a Capricorn, this could be addictions, this could be feeling like, if you see them here, feeling trapped, feeling bound and tied, imprisonment and slavery. And it could be here with the love life as well, if you've had kind of tense and not the greatest of experiences in your love life. This could be even a little fear to jump forward into something else, because the Devil is the lovers in reverse. Rather than being holding hands in hands and walking down a path together, they're bound together, right? They're tied together, unable to move. And the thing about this as well is that could be codependency, that could be addictions, that could be just fears as well. I heard irrational fears as well with this nightmare stage. Tell me more about the Devil. Instantly, you get the Two of Swords. And this is making a decision. This is, I feel like as well, needing to, often it's a blind decision. Needing to cut through the crap, needing to cut through the illogical, needing to cut through the unreal, the fallacies, needing to find a way to cut through the chains that's bound you to either poor relationships, bound you to kind of codependency as well, and bound you to a place in your own mental state where you don't feel stable and secure. And I feel like that's super why this air dragon, again, is here to see things from a higher perspective. If you are feeling tied to another person, this could be financially as well, especially during this time. If you are kind of sheltering with people in your world who you don't feel safe in the relationship, or you don't feel it's a healthy one, that can really wear on your mind. So this may be needing to cut the chains of like financial domination is what I heard, or like, and gaining your own independence. And in this ways, it's going to take a choice. But with the swords being crossed here, there's also something with the moon being like that. The moon being upside down. Could also be with phases of the moon too. That maybe it means that it's time to turn and change perspective. Tell me more about the devil, please. Thank you. So you have the Eight of Swords that came out and the Tower. And I feel like this is really calling for a change in the way that we think. This is cycles upon cycles of incorrect thought processing as well. Not being able to think clearly. You could as well, I heard, have gaslighting. You could have a negative person in your world who you feel like you can never really experience yourself or express yourself properly because they twist your words, they twist your vision. And oftentimes when we are around people who disrespect us, when we are around people who are irrational, when we're around people who are abusive, we get stuck here too. And I feel like this nightmare stage, this inability really to see things clearly, this rocky foundation in our mental space, this could even be stuff I heard like from childhood that you've got just implanted in your head. And it's like, to be able to unravel this stuff, the Tower needs to come. It needs to be changed. And often you see it, this is an irrevocable, quick happening, right? Something happens, lightning strikes, and they're all falling off, never to come back. And in this particular one, there's, they're falling down out into mountains. And there's birds there too. I feel like this is also figuratively speaking to kick those out of your life who are draining you. Okay, thank you. You have the Knight of Pentacles. And this, if you see as well, this Knight, this Pentacles is something tangible. It's very earthy. But it's also something that I feel like has a lot of heart. We're moving forward in a green energy. With this gold and green one from Sirius, learn about spiritual technology, be a transmitter of sacred knowledge. Some of you as well on your spiritual journey may be afraid to talk to other people about what you feel spiritually because of the way that other people have been programmed to feel about spirituality, about the spiritual world, as well as some religious beliefs as well. And relieving yourself, honestly, I feel like this is of that kind of dogma and moving forward into something that you want to create with heart. So Spirit, what is going to be created? What is the movement forward? Thank you. The Two of Wands. And this is not a blind decision. This is a decision with your eyes wide open and your passion being explored as well. The whole world is at this bunny's paws. Where is he going to go? What decision, please, Spirit? Thank you. The Page of Cups and the King of Swords. Offering love, moving towards the places that our soul sings, moving towards a much more healthy and stable love life as well, and coming at this from the highest place within our thought processing, coming at it from a higher perspective. I feel like as well, one thing with this choice, with this King of Swords can absolutely battle this Nine of Swords, can absolutely take away the nightmare, because once he starts to see what is real, what is fallacy, he's not allowing fear to cloud the judgment and move forward to make those first steps forward, whether this is love with romantic partnership or love for yourself. The Page of Pentacles is here at the bottom as well. And this is, what would you like to create? What do you want? Ooh, cards everywhere. What do you want to create in your physical world? These are two very maybe small steps, but to ground in, to move towards things that we can start to explore what we want to see in our world. What excites my heart? And to know that you have every right to make these choices in a balanced way and with passion. Just bring that Tower down. Bring the hammer down. Crack the whip on the shit that people have told you, or the chains that have bound you. And yeah. See as well here, he is kind of icy. He's feathery. He's airy. And there's a sword here. He has his sword. He is defended to make his choices in the way he needs to as well. So I'm going to bring a message now from the Psychic Tarot Oracle. And we get new beginnings. Absolutely. You deserve them too. That once you can see things from a higher perspective, you're going to have new beginnings. And it is really about making choices on what kind of thing you want to do. You have the Six of Cups here, memories of love. I feel like as well, restoring balance to, again, with these Page of Cups and Page of Pentacles and love life, being able to either bring new situations with an old love or find new ways or new love with a new person. You also have harmony here. Definitely feeling like a romantic relationship is about to blossom. The 11, you have balance as well. And I'm not sure which angel this is. I almost want to say Michael, but I don't think it is. It's the Temperance one. But he has everything at his disposal. He's balanced in his mind. He's balanced in his passions. He holds his cup. And he also knows that he's protected to move forward with his own passions. Crown chakra. Some of you, again, with this stuff, as a divine portal, I feel like, as a divine being, receiving these downloads, as you move in alignment with partnership as well. For some of you, this could be a telepathic kind of connection, like a very, very strong soul bond, that you've been meant to learn the lessons that you need to remove all that darkness to be able to come into alignment with this, to come into, to come into balance, so that you can start moving forward. And I do feel like I heard twin flame, because you've got this 6 here, and you've got the 6 here with harmony and memories of love and crown chakra, that whatever energy this is going into, it's very, very strongly divinely guided. And then you also have here the triumphant success. This is essentially the Ace of Swords. This is a brand new beginning, a brand new thought process, and it's something that at the bottom of the deck is truth, that you're being asked to live in your truth, to see the truth, and spiritual truth is different. That there may be a societal truth or societal norms way that we've been taught to think, but that what is the truth for us? What is it that we're receiving through the ethers, through the divine? How can we transmute whatever that is to be active and present in our realities, and to make choices and decisions for our highest good only? Because honestly, new beginnings are here. And that love life was really, really prominent when I felt like we started this out. And this is now, rather than being the knight in shining armor and trying to pick up the pieces for everyone else, we're going to pick them up for ourselves and stand guard with this Knight of Sword, right? Or swords. Very, very important, because it's also about protection. And knowing that you see these here, you can cut through those. There is nothing that needs to tie or bind you, and there is nothing that another individual can have over you when you're coming from this higher perspective, when you're seeing things clearly, because we know that throughout life's changes, as long as we remain in balance and we're still moving forward for what our heart is desiring, there's ways to work out the logistics of everything. I heard even if it's divorce and there's children involved, it doesn't mean you'll never see your kids again. Co-parenting is a thing, right? We're able to, be able to, I feel like with this, release the fears that another may have kept you imprisoned with as well, and see things a little bit more clearly. So, last message I'm going to bring is from the Whispers of Love Oracle, And I'm going to ask here just some advice on bringing more love into our life. This could be sending love out into the world, but universal love. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be within a romantic setting. And for those of you that are, single or not in partnership, some of you, I feel like that's coming once you drop the burdens and you come into alignment with this kind of partnership. Because again, the energy that you're attracting is what you're putting out and the lessons that you need to learn. And when you come in alignment, when you're connecting with spirit, when you're connecting with your crown, and you open that, then you're receiving and allowing yourself to receive this kind of relationship. Spirit, what's one message to leave the sign of Aries with for May 2020, please? Bring more love into our life, and we get focus on love. And this is awesome because this is a blue dragon, just like this. Just focus on love. Keep your thoughts pure, keep your intentions pure. Look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. And as well, this person is sort of growing into the landscape, not allowing themselves, even though you may be, no, I'm not going to say stagnant, but grounded and earthed, maybe particularly in one spot, it doesn't mean that you can't grow and expand. So focus on the love around you. Focus on the good things about people. And then we have You Are Limitless that popped out from the bottom. Recognize this truth. You can do anything you choose to. And you are a divine transmitter if you choose to open that. If you choose not to be open to that, you won't experience that. So I feel like this is also asking you that choose. Do you want to connect with the divine and connect with your spirituality? That's your choice. And as you, one of the things I want to say is sometimes when you experience these kind of downloads of information, or if you're getting light codes, I often feel like it's like a ringing in my ears. I can feel the pressure change in my ears as well. And it used to hurt a lot when it first happened because your body needs to calibrate to the light. And if you're new to this, it may hurt. It will get better over time. You can ask Spirit to help loosen the effects as well. Surround yourself in divine white light. And be gentle with yourself. Get some rest, because as you're being reprogrammed, your body's going to take some time it's going to need to heal itself. So express your love through gifts was at the bottom, but remember you're limitless, meaning that being limitless means there's no chains tied to you. Last message, please, Spirit. Turn on your heart light. Allow yourself in this moment to reflect on a time when you've experienced love. So if there's been struggles within a partnership and you guys are trying to work it out, try and see what is it that makes you feel loved. Do you know your language of love as well? And some of the things I want to say is, if within partnership you're not feeling your needs are met, talk about them. Because that's the only way as well to release these mental entrapments and these loops. Because every one of us has a different experience in this world. And if I don't know how I can help you, or you don't know how you can help me, and we just keep going how we've been doing it the whole time, or our whole life, or what we've thought is supposed to be love, what we think is communication, we're not going to change. We're not going to budge. We're just going to keep seeing these old cycles repeat, because we need to be honest with ourselves and each other and know that it's safe to do that. It's safe to talk about your needs and your desires, and do this from a place of groundedness, and do this from a place of truly wanting to communicate as well. But knowing that once you recognize your truth, once you recognize what is important to you, you can help attract that. So that's what I've got. I hope you guys have a great month. I love you all, and I'll talk to you later. Bye now.